are students from TAS.
I'm AJ.
I'm Jay.
I'm Violet.
I'm Isabella.
I'm Leo.
Today we're interviewing Kathryn Durst.
Kathyrn has a background in animation and
Illustrates children's books. Do you have, a go-to when you're trying to illustrate characters for books or creatures?
I think sometimes I like to little mice. I feel like there's kind of one that I like to go to, or I also like to draw my dog. Like wiener dogs are fun to draw.
I think it would be really cool to have a painting in my house, like when I'm older, of like Kathryn Durst's work.
What's your favorite medium to work with?
Probably charcoal and like pastels, like anything smudgy, anything messy. I also really like gouache. Is like a really fun paint to work with. It's great.
I have another question to do with gouache. When you first get it, do you ever just want to eat it?
Do I want to eat it?
Doesn't it, like, when you rip the packaging out, doesn't it look so good?
I don't know if I've ever wanted to eat it, but I do kind of like how it smells. Like something about how paint smells makes me want to just get in there and start going. I don't know.
Would you say that your style in art kind of reflects who you are, your personality, or would you say it's almost the opposite?
I mean, it's definitely an aspect of me. Like, I've actually heard somebody say, like, you should be able to, if you see someone's work, you should be able to, like, look at them and say, oh, yeah, like, it makes sense why they would make that. But I don't know, I think sometimes you explore sides of yourself that you don't always put out into the world, too. So I think that can be important. I do think, like, generally my art sort of reflects my personality.
I think my art and my art style is really all over the place, so I guess it does reflect me as a person, because I'm pretty all over the place.
Yeah, I feel like I'm perceived not to do, like, when people, like, look at me, they don't think I would do art, and I don't think that, like, my art exactly reflects, like, who I am, because, like you said, like, I'm pretty all over the place. Like,
when you were younger, did you go through an emo phase?
Short answer, yes, but I'm not going to say anymore.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
Okay.
She was either emo or she was a scene queen, but, like, she went from, like, this really bright, like, scene queen to, like, a more toned down kind of brighter style, maybe? Or maybe she just didn't want to talk about that.
I feel like I had like a much bigger emo phase in grade 9. But some days I definitely would come to school and you'd be like, oh, she's emo.
You came to school, to high school, emo ready for the days. This one may be personal, but are you in a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to? I don't know. Like, do you want to tell us about it? I'm like,
my partner's a musician. He lives in town, so yeah, I think that's one of our favorite things to do is play music together.
What instrument?
He also plays the accordion. His name is Benj. He plays the guitar as well, and
electric or acoustic?
Both. Yeah, he kind of plays everything, honestly.
Do you guys ever like play anywhere in Peterborough?
Sometimes, yeah. He plays at the farmers market all the time, so lately we've been playing, like last winter we played there together. It's a nice fun thing to do. You're playing in the morning, everyone's in a good mood, and then you go buy a pie or something after, and it's a good day, so yeah. Do you have a favorite spot to hang out in Peterborough, or do you mostly just hang out at your house or your friend's house? Like, do you go to the mall or the movies or the cafes or?
there's a graveyard across from the mall, and one time I went into the graveyard and I found a grave that was like really, really old, so I decided to start visiting them. And that's my favorite place to go.
Cool.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, and I try to make my friends come with me, but they refuse to go.
Oh, you have a dog, correct?
I do, yeah.
What is your dog's name, and is there a story behind it?
Yeah, I guess there's a story. His name is Chili. He's a wiener dog, so he's sort of a chili dog. And actually his name was going to be Banjo. And I had like decided this, and then I put him, like when I got him as a puppy, I put him in the car, and I put on some like bluegrass or something that had banjo in it on the radio, and he started throwing up immediately. And I was like, okay, maybe you don't like this, so I should not name this to you. So then my next idea was Chili. Also, he's the same color as like chili powder, that like red color. Yeah.
I see you have tattoos on your arm. Are there stories behind some of them? Or do you have like a favorite?
Yeah, I mean, this one is a chicken. I actually have 2 chickens, and so that's, I guess, where that one came from.
Have you named your chickens?
Yeah. So I used to have 4, and they all had tomato names.
Wait.
So one was named Cherry, one was named like Tomatillo, one was named Beefsteak, and the last one didn't have a tomato name. Her name was Huckle.
Yeah, I've had some chickens. I think I named mine Hallucigenia.
It's a good name for a chicken, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever go through like art blocks where like you don't know what to create?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that happens a lot, especially if I'm really burnt out and I've been working too hard, or if I've been not getting enough rest, or or working late into the night. I think then when you go to create, it kind of feels like your cup is empty, right? And you have to fill it up with like taking care of yourself and doing other things like seeing your friends or going dancing or things that I like to do that aren't art. Sometimes I find that can help. Or hanging out with other friends of mine who are artists, I think is good because it can be inspiring to see what they're doing, and it might give you an idea. What do you think is the hardest part about being in high school?
Definitely balancing things, and I came from like a small town, and so coming to Peterborough was like considered the big city for me, and now I'm realizing a lot of people are like, no, this is a small town.
Yeah, I would say keeping up with work and like probably just like dealing with like standards and like stereotypes and like
Yeah, it is kind of like it's a unique thing, eh? Like you're as an adult, you don't really have a room where everyone you know, all your whole entire social circle is all in one building all day.
Yeah.
It's hard.
What do you think your younger self would think of you now?
I think I would be happy that I ended up being an artist.
Do you think, like, I guess when you were our age, do you think that you were kind of knew that you were going to become an artist, or was it something that you were still trying to figure out?
I think I was lucky that I did know that's what I wanted to do, and I had a lot of support. My parents, they supported me, and I had a really good mentor when I was in high school, and he was the one who said, oh, you should go to Sheridan for animation, so I was sort of aiming towards that even when I was in high school. But I know a lot of people who are artists that didn't know when they were in high school, and they sort of found it later on, and I think both ways are fine. Like, I know people that started, my grandma became an artist at 50 something, so you can do it whenever you want. So do you feel like you want to pursue art in the future?
I don't know, I'm like at 50-50. Because like, I don't know. I don't want to like overdo art that like I don't want to like, it becomes like a task to do it. Because like I still want to do it for fun, but I don't know.
It's hard when you're like, if it becomes your job, sometimes it can take some of the joy away from it.
I've thought a lot about being a tattoo artist, like
Cool.
because I'm really good around needles. So I thought like,
Oh, that's important.
Yeah.
Do you have something that's on your bucket list, like skydiving or something like that? Or for me, I think it's like, I think dog sledding is one of them. I've never done it, but I really want to do it.
I don't think the wiener dog's gonna be that
Yeah,
useful.
no. And even if you had like 100 of them, they probably wouldn't go. So.
I want to finish writing a book. I've started writing like 20 books, and then halfway I get really bored of the characters I'm writing about and make new characters and write a new book, so I need to actually finish one.
Yeah.
Oh, we have an illustrator right here.
Yeah.
If I saw Kathyrn on the street, I would want to say hi, but I never say hi to people I know in public because I'm scared that they won't know who I am.